Does your mind ever ponder about the existence of the gigantic dinosaurs? Picture this, an era long past, an age where the world was ruled not by humans but by colossal beasts that roamed the lands and swam the seas. Yes, you've got it right. We're talking about the age of the dinosaurs, a time when these giants ruled the earth. These weren't just any creatures. They were an incredibly diverse group of reptiles, varying in size, shape, and lifestyle. Some, like the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, were fearsome predators that towered over the landscape, reaching heights of up to 20 feet. Others, such as the Brachiosaurus, were gentle giants, stretching to an astounding 85 feet in length, munching on the leaves of the tallest trees. But it wasn't just the land that was under their dominion. The oceans too were home to these titanic creatures. The Mosasaurus, for instance, was an aquatic leviathan reaching lengths of up to 50 feet, ruling the ancient seas with its powerful jaws. The world during this time was vastly different from the one we know today. The climate was warmer, with no polar ice caps, and the continents were all lumped together in one massive landmass, known as Pangaea. This unique environment played a crucial role in the survival and evolution of these gigantic creatures. It provided the lush vegetation and abundant prey necessary for their survival, and facilitated the growth of some of the largest animals ever to walk the earth. Yet, despite their size and power, these giants were not invincible. After ruling the planet for over 160 million years, they met their end in what could be the most famous mass extinction event in history. But that, dear listeners, is a story for another time. Indeed, the reign of the dinosaurs was a unique chapter in the Earth's history. It was a time when giants walked among us, a time that in many ways shaped the world as we know it today. But what led to the sudden disappearance of these colossal beings? A question that has sparked the curiosity of scientists and researchers for centuries. The most widely accepted theory is that of an asteroid impact. Approximately 65 million years ago, a massive asteroid, larger than Mount Everest, crashed into what is now known as the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The sheer force of the impact resulted in a blast so powerful it caused wildfires, tsunamis, and a nuclear winter effect. This event led to a drastic shift in the Earth's climate, casting a shroud of dust and debris into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for several years. This caused a significant drop in temperature, making it impossible for dinosaurs to survive. The impact also led to changes in the Earth's ecosystem. Many plants and smaller creatures perished, leading to a collapse in the food chain. This catastrophic event led to the end of the dinosaur era and paved the way for the rise of mammals. This catastrophic event reshaped the course of life on Earth. Now, let's shift our gaze towards the emergence of our own species. Just as the dinosaurs were magnificent in their grandeur and diversity, humans are fascinating in their own right. Our journey starts from the humble beginnings of our primate ancestors. Over millions of years, our evolution has been a tale of survival, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. The first humans were not much different from other animals. They were part of the food chain and lived at the mercy of their environment. But what set us apart was an attribute that would ultimately tip the scales in our favor: intelligence. This intelligence gave us the ability to learn, understand, and manipulate our surroundings. It enabled us to innovate, to create tools, to build shelter, and to harness fire. As we harnessed these skills, we began to shape the world around us. We were no longer just surviving, we were thriving. We started to form communities, societies, civilizations. We developed language, arts, and culture. We learned to farm, creating a surplus of food, which allowed us to settle, grow, and prosper. And in this process of growth and prosperity, we became the dominant species on Earth. Not through physical strength, not through size or numbers, but through the power of our minds. We learned to cooperate, to share knowledge, to plan for the future. We've come a long way since those early days. From cave dwellers to city builders, from hunter-gatherers to astronauts. Our journey is a testament to the power of human spirit, to our ability to adapt, to learn, and to overcome. But what if our timeline had overlapped with that of the dinosaurs? Could our intelligence have saved us from being a T-Rex's lunch? Or would we have been just another species struggling to survive in a world dominated by these colossal creatures? Indeed, humans have come a long way from their primitive origins. And as we continue to evolve, who knows what the future holds for our species? But what if the extinction event didn't occur? Can you imagine a world where humans and dinosaurs coexist? Let's delve into this fascinating hypothetical scenario, a world where the footprints of humans and dinosaurs cross paths. It's a premise that has fueled science fiction and children's dreams alike. But what might it actually look like? First, we've got to consider survival. Dinosaurs, as we know, were gargantuan, formidable creatures. Would we be prey or predator? Or perhaps, could we have found a way to live in harmony? The challenges of survival would be monumental and would likely have shaped our evolution in unique ways. Would we have developed advanced weaponry earlier to protect ourselves? Or maybe we would have evolved to be faster, stronger, or more cunning. Then there's the issue of the food chain. The presence of dinosaurs would undoubtedly disrupt the balance of ecosystems. Some dinosaurs were herbivores, who could have been direct competition for resources. Others were carnivores, who might have seen us as a tasty snack. This constant battle for resources could have led to a drastically different world, with unique adaptations and survival strategies. And let's not forget about culture. Imagine the stories, the myths, the legends that would have sprung from our coexistence with these creatures. Dinosaurs would have been integral to our understanding of the world, shaping our beliefs and traditions. Perhaps dinosaur gods would have been worshipped, or dinosaur-themed art would have been prevalent. In the realm of coexistence, cooperation might have also been a possibility. Could we have tamed these beasts, using them for transportation or labor, much like we've done with horses and oxen? It's an intriguing thought. To truly envision this world, we must abandon our current understanding of what's normal and embrace the extraordinary. The cohabitation of humans and dinosaurs would have necessitated a complete upheaval of life as we know it. A world with humans and dinosaurs might look drastically different from what we know today. And while it's a scenario that remains firmly in the realm of speculation, it's a fascinating thought experiment nonetheless. But could this ever be more than just a figment of our imagination? Let's journey into the land of scientific possibilities. In theory, one way to bring about this coexistence of humans and dinosaurs could be through the marvels of genetic engineering and cloning. Genetic engineering is the process of manipulating an organism's genes directly by transplanting DNA from another organism. Picture this. Scientists extract and sequence dinosaur DNA from preserved fossils, then introduce this DNA into the egg of a closely related modern species. With a bit of luck and a lot of science, we could potentially hatch a living, breathing dinosaur. And then there's cloning, a process that creates an exact genetic replica of an organism. Think of it like making a twin, but at a different point in time. If we could find a perfectly preserved dinosaur specimen, we could potentially use its DNA to create a clone. But of course, it's not as simple as it sounds. The chances of finding dinosaur DNA that's intact and usable after 65 million years is astronomically low, not to mention the ethical implications. Just because we can do something, should we? If we bring dinosaurs back into a world they're no longer adapted to, we risk causing them great suffering. And what about our own safety? Dinosaurs were creatures of immense size and power. Would we be able to control them, or would they pose a significant threat to human life? Moreover, playing with nature on such a massive scale could have unforeseen consequences. It could disrupt ecosystems, cause the extinction of existing species, and potentially even destabilize our own existence. So, while the idea of dinosaurs roaming our cities may be compelling, the scientific and ethical challenges are substantial. The reality of humans and dinosaurs cohabitating, with all its Jurassic Park-esque appeal, might be best left to the pages of a science fiction novel. While it remains a fascinating thought, the reality of humans and dinosaurs cohabitating might remain within the realm of science fiction. So, as we journey back to our present from this imaginative expedition, let's take a moment to reflect. We've traversed through the colossal reign of dinosaurs, witnessed the cataclysmic event that led to their extinction, and observed the rise of US humans. These epochs, separated by millions of years, have distinct characteristics that shaped the inhabitants of each era. Now imagine merging these timelines. The hypothetical coexistence of humans and dinosaurs, as thrilling as it sounds, brings forth numerous challenges. From survival strategies to ecosystem disturbances, the implications are far-reaching and complex. Science at present doesn't provide us with a definitive path to this coexistence. Even if it did, the question remains: would we want to walk that path? The ethical, biological, and environmental considerations are immense. While it's intriguing to imagine, perhaps it's best that humans and dinosaurs have their own separate chapters in Earth's story.